Domiciles sword over Kerala's fortunes. The state needs to take steps to increase revenue within its fiscal framework. కేరళని ఈ యూడిఎఫ్ ఈ కాంగ్రెస్ ఈ విధంగా చేయాలని రికమెండేషన్స్ చేస్తున్న థర్డ్ అలయన్స్ డిఎన్ఏ ఇండియన్స్ థర్డ్ అలయన్స్ కాక్రోచ్ ఇండియన్స్ థర్డ్ అలయన్స్ శరద్ యాదవ్ జావేద్ రాజా బురగరత్నం జేపీ డాక్టర్ లోహియా పెరియార్ డాక్టర్ అంబేద్కర్ పూలే. The high debt of the Kerala, like the sword of Damocles over the state's ability to borrow and invest. States' fiscal and revenue deficits are above the median for the major 28 states. Fund Board KIFB and public sector enterprises PSCs with revenue deficit grants from Union government now being cut. Covering these losses becomes all the more critical. Massive liabilities, expenditures, interest payments tie the hands of Congress Satishan. Strikingly, the government's capital expenditure is mere 1.3% of its GSDP, one of the lowest among Indian states. Immediate results required. Long-term improvements are recommended by Third Alliance LJD Loktantrik Janata Dal Ambujakshan Panthayal Ambujakshan. A fiscal reform agenda is in order. Dealing with losses of the PSC should have priority. A second area would be sources of finance. As in Indonesia, a professionally governed state intermediary can help attract capital. Lease and not sell land for industrial zones and IT parks. Urban local bodies could access capital markets through bonds backed by property tax, user charges, land lease incomes. Kerala diaspora bonds could be RBI compliant instruments through which NRIs can invest in Kerala. Third, the expenditure side 77 are pre-committed to salaries. For every 100 rupees, 77 rupees are pre-committed to salaries, pensions, interest payments, cutting the state's governing capacity. Embark on pension reform. Fourth, errors of commission should be averted. Mining in fragile hilltops should be in public sector by government only. Feasting coding corporates must be stopped. Sand mining also said. While it is tempting to cut welfare programs in the name of fiscal austerity, it would be mistake to reverse the schemes that give safety nets to the extremely poor. The fiscal crisis is a roadblock to realizing it. Enact steps to increase revenue within the existing fiscal framework. Damocles sword over Kerala's fortunes. The state needs to take steps to increase revenue within its fiscal framework. LJD Loktantrik Janata Dal, Cockroach leaders, DNA Indians leaders, DNA Indian parties, Third Alliance.